Creating a value stream map, VSM, for process improvement is an essential practice in lean management and continuous improvement initiatives. The process of constructing a VSM involves a deep dive into the current state of your processes, allowing you to visualize the flow of materials and information as a product or service makes its way through the value stream. This visualization is more than just a diagram. It is a strategic tool that enables organizations to identify and eliminate waste, improve efficiency, and deliver greater value to customers. Understanding how to create a value stream map requires not only knowledge of the tools and symbols involved, but also a holistic appreciation of the organizational context, the involvement of cross-functional teams, and a commitment to ongoing improvement. The journey begins with a clear definition of the value stream itself. A value stream encompasses all the steps, both value creating and non-value creating, required to bring a product or service from its initial concept through to delivery to the end customer. This could include everything from raw material procurement, production, assembly, and inspection to order processing, shipping, and after-sales support. In service industries, the value stream might include customer inquiries, service delivery, billing, and feedback collection. The key is to view the process from the customer's perspective, focusing on what truly adds value and what constitutes waste. Before embarking on the mapping process, it is crucial to assemble the right team. Value stream mapping is inherently collaborative. It draws on the expertise and insights of individuals from various functions: production, quality, logistics, sales, and even customer service. By involving people who are intimately familiar with each step of the process, you ensure that the map accurately reflects reality, not just what is documented in procedures or assumed by management. This fosters buy-in for subsequent improvement efforts and uncovers hidden bottlenecks or inefficiencies that may not be immediately apparent. The first practical step in creating a value stream map is to select the product or service family you wish to analyze. A product family consists of items that follow a similar path through the process and utilize common resources. Focusing on a specific family prevents the map from becoming overly complex and ensures that the analysis yields actionable insights. Once the product family is chosen, define the scope of the mapping exercise. Where does the process start and end? For example, you might choose to map the process from order receipt to product shipment, or from initial customer inquiry to final service delivery. With the team and scope defined, the next phase is to collect data on the current state. This involves walking the process, physically following the product or service as it moves through each step. Team members should observe operations firsthand, ask questions, and gather data on cycle times, waiting times, inventory levels, batch sizes, changeover times, and other relevant metrics. It is important to capture both the flow of materials and the flow of information, as delays or errors in communication can be just as detrimental as physical bottlenecks. Using standardized VSM symbols, start sketching the process steps on a whiteboard or large sheet of paper. Begin with the customer at the far right, working backwards through the process to suppliers on the left, as is traditional in VSM. As you map each process step, record key data beneath each step. This typically includes cycle time, the time required to complete one unit, changeover time, time to switch from one product or service to another, uptime, percentage of time equipment is operational, number of operators, and inventory or queue sizes between steps. It is also helpful to note the frequency of customer orders and the batch sizes in which products are produced or services delivered. Above the process boxes indicate the flow of information, how customer orders are received, how schedules are communicated, and how instructions are relayed upstream. Use arrows to illustrate the direction of material and information flow, and employ symbols such as push, pull, or electronic information transfer as appropriate. One of the most powerful aspects of the value stream map is its ability to make visible the different types of waste inherent in the process. These wastes, often referred to by the Japanese term muda, include overproduction, waiting, unnecessary transport, overprocessing, excess inventory, unnecessary motion, and defects. By visualizing where these wastes occur, the team can begin to quantify their impact and prioritize them for elimination. For instance, if the map reveals that products spend more time waiting in queues than being processed, this highlights an opportunity to reduce lead time and improve flow. Similarly, if information flows are convoluted or delayed, the root causes of miscommunication or errors can be addressed. After completing the current state map, the team should analyze it critically, asking questions such as, where are the bottlenecks? Which steps add value from the customer's perspective, and which do not? Where are inventories piling up, and why? Are there unnecessary handoffs or approvals? Is the process designed for batch production when a single-piece flow would be more efficient? This analysis forms the basis for envisioning the future state, a streamlined version of the process in which waste is minimized and value flows smoothly from supplier to customer. Designing the future state map is an exercise in creativity and problem solving. The team should brainstorm potential improvements, drawing on lean principles such as TAC time, the rate at which products must be made to meet customer demand, pull systems, producing only what is needed, when it is needed, standard work, and error proofing. The future state map should reflect how the process will look once these improvements are implemented, with reduced inventories, shorter lead times, and more reliable information flows. It is important to be realistic. Some changes may require significant investment or cultural shifts, so the future state should balance ambition with feasibility. With the future state map in hand, the next step is to develop an implementation plan. This plan should specify which improvements will be made, who will be responsible, what resources are required, and what the expected outcomes are. Prioritize actions based on their impact and ease of implementation, aiming for quick wins that build momentum as well as longer-term projects that address systemic issues. Establish clear metrics for success, such as lead time reduction, defect rate improvement, or increased on-time delivery, and track progress regularly. Implementing process improvements is not a one-time event, but an ongoing journey. As changes are made, it is important to monitor results, solicit feedback from frontline employees, and adjust the approach as needed. Continuous improvement, or Kaizen, is a core tenet of lean thinking. The value stream map should be revisited periodically to reflect new realities, celebrate successes, and identify fresh opportunities for enhancement. Over time, this iterative approach creates a culture of excellence, where everyone is engaged in the pursuit of better ways to serve the customer. Throughout the value stream mapping process, communication is paramount. Share the maps and findings widely within the organization, using them as a catalyst for dialogue and learning. Encourage employees at all levels to contribute ideas for improvement and recognize their contributions. By making the process transparent, you foster a sense of ownership and accountability that is essential for sustained success. Technology can play a supportive role in value stream mapping, particularly as organizations embrace digital transformation. Specialized software tools can facilitate the creation and sharing of maps, automate data collection, and enable real-time monitoring of key performance indicators. However, it is important to remember that technology is an enabler, not a substitute for the hands-on engagement and critical thinking that underpin effective process improvement. In addition to internal processes, value stream mapping can be extended to encompass the entire supply chain, from raw material suppliers to end customers. This broader perspective enables organizations to optimize not only their own operations, but also their interactions with partners, suppliers, and distributors. By collaborating across organizational boundaries, companies can unlock new efficiencies, reduce lead times, and enhance the overall value delivered to customers. Leadership commitment is a critical success factor in any process improvement initiative. Leaders must champion the value stream mapping process, allocate the necessary resources, and model the behaviors they wish to see in others. This includes a willingness to challenge the status quo, embrace constructive feedback, and invest in employee development. When leaders demonstrate a genuine commitment to continuous improvement, it sets the tone for the entire organization. Training and education are also vital. Not everyone will be familiar with the concepts and techniques of value stream mapping, so providing targeted training ensures that all participants understand the purpose, methods, and expected outcomes. Workshops, simulations, and case studies can help demystify the process and build confidence among team members. It is worth noting that value stream mapping is not limited to manufacturing environments. Its principles are equally applicable in healthcare, financial services, government, and other sectors. In healthcare, for example, mapping the patient journey from admission to discharge can reveal opportunities to reduce wait times, streamline paperwork, and improve outcomes. In financial services, mapping the loan approval process can highlight redundant checks, clarify roles, and accelerate decision-making. The universality of value stream mapping lies in its focus on the end-to-end flow of value, regardless of the specific industry or process. As organizations mature in their use of value stream mapping, they may incorporate advanced techniques such as spaghetti diagrams to map physical movement, swim lane diagrams to clarify roles and responsibilities, and statistical analysis to quantify variation and identify root causes. These tools complement the core VSM and provide deeper insights into process performance. Change management is an integral part of successful process improvement. Even well-designed solutions can falter if employees are resistant or unprepared for change. Engage stakeholders early and often, addressing concerns, clarifying expectations, and providing support throughout the transition. Celebrate milestones and recognize achievements to maintain enthusiasm and momentum. Sustainability is another key consideration. Improvements must be embedded into standard operating procedures, reinforced through training and audits, and supported by ongoing measurement and feedback. Visual management tools, such as dashboards and performance boards, can help keep progress visible and maintain focus on key objectives. In summary, creating a value stream map for process improvement is a structured yet flexible approach to understanding, analyzing, and enhancing the flow of value within an organization. It requires careful preparation, cross-functional collaboration, and a commitment to continuous learning. By following the steps outlined above, defining the value stream, assembling the team, collecting data, mapping the current state, analyzing waste, designing the future state, implementing improvements, and sustaining gains, organizations can achieve significant and lasting benefits. The true power of value stream mapping lies not in the map itself, but in the conversations, insights, and actions it inspires. Through this process, organizations can transform not only their processes, but also their culture, delivering greater value to customers and securing a competitive advantage in today's dynamic marketplace. As you embark on your value stream mapping journey, remember that perfection is not the goal. Progress is. Each iteration brings new understanding and new opportunities for improvement. By staying curious, engaging your team, and keeping the customer at the center of your efforts, you will unlock the full potential of your organization and create a foundation for enduring success.